Queen of Karens will speak to all of your managers.
Oh dear God, hide the minimum wage employees!
Me, when my mom starts being rude to the person that's just trying to do their job. Dude, they can't change anything. Calm down, Mom. Karens will complain about people playing their music too loud, then proceed to play Candy Crush on full volume in a waiting room and just not care. My husband and I have shopped here consistently for 2 years, but we will use a different location from now on. They will literally lock the doors right in your face if you show up 2 minutes after closing. I mean, come on, it's already closed, but we deserve to get in. What do you do when you go to a restaurant and your waiter is an atheist? Normally I'll pay without leaving a tip and write a bad review on Google. This past weekend I decided to be more proactive. I ordered the chicken livers, and when the atheist brought it to the table, I insisted that I had ordered steak. I made that loser take it back to the kitchen and make me a steak. Then I complained to the manager about the atheist and skipped out on the bill. Establishments need to be taught it's not okay to hire atheists. You're gonna burn in hell that you believe in, just FYI. I was looking up reviews for the movie we went to see last night and thought this was hilarious. If I could rate it a 0, I would. Jump scares made me spill my slushie twice. Natalie was so pathetic. Horrible, ugly girl. A little girl like her should not be saying the B word. All this movie does is promote exorcisms. I am a nun myself, and I feel deeply disrespected. It puts a bad persona on nuns, and my child is now scared of me. She refused to get in the car because she thought I was, and I quote, taken by the devil to be bad. Family dinner will now consist of her screaming because she is terrified of her own mother. Otherwise, the plot lacked a lot of details, and the storyline, because I can't spell, did not stay consistent. Very disappointed and disturbed at the writers of this unrealistic movie. My daughter's name is also Natalie, which makes it worse. Is this for like the Oh, Pray for the Devil. Okay, I didn't see this movie, I'm not gonna lie. 90s scientists, we cloned a sheep. We landed a robot on Mars. Scientists say, for the last time, the Earth is round. I mean, that is kind of funny. Space Karen, Elon sucks. He'll suck you better than a vacuum cleaner. Karen wanted to chill, so she switched off the annoying oxygen machine twice. 72-year-old turns off the bed neighbor's oxygen machine in the hospital. Wow, that is top-tier stupidity. What is a Karen called in Europe? I don't know what. Amerikaren, my European dad. My American mom, me. In case of emergency, oxygen masks will drop down in front of you. You can't force me to wear a mask. I want to speak with the plane manager. When you call the Avengers, but they send the one from Wakanda. Oh God, not that one. If you bully a kid name just because her name is Karen, then not only are you potentially setting her up to live up to your stereotype, you are acting like an actual Karen yourself. Well, you're not wrong. Mail to our store today. Dear, you are the only store in this plaza with a check your bag sign. That is an insult to your customers. I could go and just take it down. What are you talking about? Please do not enter if you have any symptoms of COVID-19, racism, or homophobia. You're gonna lose a lot of business, but I stand by your decision. A Karen who lives near a mutual fire department of mine. To whom it may concern, whoever is driving the fire truck for practice non-emergency runs through the hours of 10 p.m. to 9 a.m. nightly. I would kindly ask you to stop. You are disturbing and waking people in the neighborhood off of Lead Mine Road. I personally live on Longwood Drive, which is directly off Lead Mine Road, and to me, more specific, at the bottom of Lead Mine, near the intersection of Millbrook Road. Your station fire truck wakes me up every night. Okay, yeah, they're practicing, so when your house on fire, they can get there in under 5 minutes. But no, okay, fine, we're gonna stop practicing, but we're not coming to your house anymore. I threw my coffee at an employee because the order was wrong, and then he punched me. He had been sent to the hospital for burns, but now my family want to sue. How can we approach this? By emptying your bank accounts, you're gonna get sued, and you're gonna lose. Karen goes after God. Lawsuit against God. Actual suits. In 1970, Arizona lawyer Russell T. Tanzi filed a suit against God on behalf of his secretary, Betty Penrose, seeking $100,000 in damages. Penrose blamed God for his negligence allowing a lightning bolt to strike her house. When God failed to turn up in court, Penrose won the case by default, but no one ever paid. So I go into the post office today and get in line behind this older chap, maybe 50 to 60. Boomer, I said it. And it's just him and me in the post office with one cashier. Whatever he needs to ship is going to cost him $2.50 more than he expected, and apparently that is his breaking point. He is yelling and cussing this poor woman out about how the scam the USPS is running and refusing to pay. Now, I being extremely well off at the moment, happen to have a spare $5 bill on me. I reach around him, slap it on the counter, and just as chipper as could be, told him I'd be glad to pay for it and was about to say Merry Christmas when the gentleman lost his ever-loving crap.
You think I can't afford $2.50? Look at me, I can afford $2.50.
So he flings my money onto the floor, pays with a 50, and leaves shooting me death glares the entire time. Dude, just die already. So the Hubs and I went out to eat and grabbed some drinks at Outback. There were plenty of empty tables, but the hostess told us it would be about 15 minutes. After about 10, we decided to order drinks. 15 minutes was fast approaching, and no table yet. I asked to speak to the manager. He came out and told us it might be a couple more minutes. I told him that the drinks should be on the house since we had to wait so long. And after some discussion back and forth, the drinks ended up not on the house, but on him literally. I threw my beer on his shirt. Then he had the nerve to send another manager, female, to do his dirty work and ask us to leave, which was very unprofessional and unmanly of him. What a butt hat. To top it all off, I had to pay cash meant for my son's school lunch, so they wouldn't get my name from my credit card. Or you could have just, paid with your card and not splash people with beer. I ordered 60 or so sushi rolls because I thought they were in sale, but it turned out to be something else that was on sale. But anyways, I was also with my kids, so we were all eating sushi. Then they gave me the bill and I saw it over $100, which I didn't have. And since me and my kids hadn't eaten 30 or so of the sushi rolls, I told the waitress I'd give back the sushi for a refund of all of the sushi we didn't eat. She refused. It should be every restaurant's policy that the customer is always right. Always. So then I had to leave my kids at the restaurant and had to drive to the nearest ATM and get enough money for the bill. This is not okay. I will not be returning anytime soon. Yeah, just don't. Vegans block access for customers wanting milk in 4 UK cities. Just reach over and grab it. They're probably calcium deficient, easily overpowered. If they were in front of me, I would legit just grab it. They cannot stop me. What are they going to do? Assault me? Cool. Typical. Yeah, of course. Every Walmart has this aisle. When a Karen calls the cops because your Halloween yard decor is too realistic, it's just a Halloween thing. Calm down. Imagine if it wasn't there, then the Karen would be right. Posted the video of my Amazon package getting stolen. Explained to Green why I don't have the app. Karen got mad that I had breaks at work. Amazon notifies me as soon as it is dropped off. I don't download the app because I'm worried I'll shop when I'm bored at work, so I only order on my home computer. Do you get paid to order personal things at work? If not, you are stealing from your boss by fooling around on his time. Woman refuses to wear masks because pants don't block fart smells. That's insane, but also interesting point and hill to die on. Why are there so many videos of freakouts at fast food restaurants? You are getting a meal for $1 within 60 seconds and you still find something to scream about? Calm down, buddy. This tool store seems ready and willing to deal with Karens. Ashes of problems, customers. You know how they end up in here? We bash you over the head with this one and fill the next one with you. Dear every cashier in America, the proper response to thank you is you're welcome, not no problem, and you're supposed to thank me. Millennials are so entitled. Actually, let me just sum this all up. You're welcome is like is your way of saying it. Us saying no problem is like saying, hey, it was no problem. You don't have to thank me. You can have a nice day. That's this entire paragraph summed up for you, buddy. Imagine this being your mom. Asking for a friend. Okay. I love my 7-year-old son's name Andrew, but I hate his nickname Andy. When we named him Andrew, we agreed to only use the long version and never the nickname. We moved over the summer and somehow he has become Andy in his new school. I made an appointment with the teacher to discuss the situation. She apologized and said that she would call him Andrew. She said she would make one class announcement. As you can imagine, this has been totally inefficient. All the kids are still calling him Andy. Andy, Andy, Andy. You need to get a life, dude. This is rust. It's caused by oxygen and called oxidation. We breathe oxygen every day. If it can do this to a chain, just imagine what it can do to your lungs. Share to help raise awareness about the dangers of oxygen. Write it down. Write it down. Level up to 36 Karen. And Susan. Trading holding manager card. It's Karen man. Gotta burn 'em all. Karen man. Am I a joke to you, Karen? Am I? This is not funny. The baby named Karen is predicted to go extinct in just a few more years. God, I hope so. It's just an ugly name, to be honest. No offense to any Karens, but it's a gross name. Cougar's also a gross name. Kind of like also my brother's name Scott. It's the name of a toilet paper brand. Name your kid something cool like Golf or Mango or Xavier. We got Happy Meals from McDonald's today for lunch. Pokemon cards were the prize. I knew Pokemon was demonic even when my son was little, but never saw the cards up close and personal. Wow, energy is attached and is even capitalized like it's defied? Oh my god, the Pokemon cards are gonna corrupt my son's mind. A lady just sat down and the first thing out of her mouth was, I'll get a water, no ice, because I doubt you're following COVID regulations with your ice. And it was at this moment that I realized Karens have been reloaded with a whole new set of ammunition. Yes, the worst thing to come out of Rona time. Today, I read a post in ND from a person originally talking about service dogs being in stores, which prompted many replies. My issue is that the discussion about dogs evolved into a debate about Karen terminology. My name is Karen and has been for 857 months. Wow, that is an interesting way to say time. It breaks my heart that my name has and still is being used as a label to denote very bad behavior of certain individuals. Please use some other label, some other adjective. I don't deserve this kind of false recognition. Sorry, Karen. If vaccines were healthy, you could put it on a spoon and eat it. Try it, you'll die. If broccoli was healthy, you could put it in a syringe and inject it into your bloodstream. Try it, you'll die. Probably. My boss offered me a 40% increase in my salary and a big promotion. I turned him down. Why? I don't want to be handed something. I want to earn it. Maybe I'm just built different.
No, you freaking idiot. Take it.
A woman gets on a plane. She sits next to a family she believes is Latin. She believes it is okay to ask them if they're smuggling cocaine. She's asked to leave the plane, refuses and bites and kicks the police officer. Don't know when things will ever be even, but I guarantee you'll never hear a Puerto Rican ask a Caucasian in an airplane if they're trafficking.
Because they know we are.
Neighbor stopped me while I was walking my dog and told me I shouldn't walk her without bags. I pulled out the container of bags I always carry. She immediately pivoted to saying I should carry the bags in the open so she knows I have them. No, it's not my responsibility to let you know I have them.
A woman who has never had a job accused woman of not wanting to work.
Kim Kardashian yelling, "Get off your butt and work," to the Indonesia children putting her makeup kits together.
Watch out for people following you home. She said the gate must close completely before the next car enters and claims I tailgated her. So she followed me to my house and verbally assaulted me and would not leave my property when I asked her to. Sharing for others to stay safe and watch for this woman. Or just call the cops. They tell them you're trespassing and press charges.
Kids, play video games, Karens.
Wouldn't that make them a serial killer? Just like Pokemon cards?
Restaurants are reopening soon for dine-in service. The owners and employees are stressed. Please don't go and complain about minor things. Please don't go if you're not going to tip. Please don't go if you are going to hassle them about the new rules. If you can't be nice, don't go. That is all. The customer got very angry at me today. I made her mocha to go by accident, and now she's never coming back.
Thanks to my actions.
I told him as an expert in the field I strongly recommend wearing it, but he just kept bringing up his rights, and now he's getting stung to death.
Alright, Jim, seems fine to me. Okay, every transatlantic flight I've been on, 6 so far this year, has one organizer, Karen, who just has to move people around so she can sit with her partner/teen kids. We bought our seats in advance. Ain't moving for no one. It's your right not to move, but like most time I'm like, if it's another aisle seat and I'm not sitting next to a really heavy person, because I like my armrest, or a baby, I'm fine moving. I don't really care.
Sit down, buckle up, and shut the frick up. Stop asking the other passenger to change their seats just because you failed to plan ahead.
I mean, there's no harm in asking. The worst they can say is no, but if they say no, respect it. It's that simple. People are allowed to ask. There's nothing wrong with that.
I was negligent. My dog died, but it's your fault.
Tastes good, but will kill your dog. One single piece of this gum, enough. Wow. Okay, so maybe, don't throw your gum on the ground. I'm not going to read all this, because you know what? It's just her complaining about how there's also, don't eat gum. Don't eat gum. There's a lot of microplastics in there and rubber. Seriously, don't eat gum. It's bad for you. Street saw and I saw to die. Karen.
Gaston.
I hope Gaston beats up Karen. Before you guys yell at me for being stupid and dyslexic in the comments, try reading this yourself. It is all over the place grammar-wise. There's a mistake in the first sentence. Entitled Karen asked me to cater her brat on a plane. Or Carter. I don't care or know. It happened on my last holidays. I took a trip to UK to go see my family. I saw a woman with the old Karen haircut boarding with her child. I knew it was fine because he was not a goddamn baby that would cry all flight. When I got to my seat, I found that I was beside of the Karen. Yes, beside of the Karen. I didn't say a word. On the seats, there are screens that allow us to watch films or even see the progress of the flight. When we took off, Spoiled Brat was really interested in my screen. Though I was watching Top Gun Maverick, that kid wanted to watch this film too. Instead of watching it on his personal screen, he sat in front of me and blocked the vision. I took it up and put it back into the seat. It started to cry like its life depended on it. The Karen quickly calmed it down and yelled at me to tell her child to watch films on my screen. That doesn't make sense. I argued back to turn on his screen so it could watch whatever it wanted. It was the wrong thing to say. She called a flight attendant and argued with the poor lady. I seized that opportunity to get a drink, and I think I saved that poor lady who had nothing to do with the incident. For the Karen, she had to pay a fine for her kid who ended up breaking my screen. For me, I had a few money left. See, I'm not stupid. I'm sorry. Nope. He got an upgrade, and he calls the Karen karma at the end. There's the whole story. If the government is silencing people and hiding the truth about everything, how'd you find out the truth in 15 minutes on the toilet browsing Facebook with your 4th glass of wine in your hand, Karen or Linda? Male Karen friend who will not be getting a happy birthday from me. Well, as of right now at midnight tonight, my Facebook will be going from 290 friends to about 10 to 15 friends. Thank you to the 10 people that have wished me a happy birthday. This dude looks like a Karen. I zoomed in on his profile picture. Hi, old lady who stole our doormat. You should probably just bring it back. That's super weird, and you're way too old for this crap. Stop stealing doormats. Ban the Yellowgrass Beer Festival. Do your part as a citizen of Golden to counteract the glamorization of alcoholism by not going to the beer festival. Golden is a family-oriented town and will not be introduced to alcohol/marijuana activities or events that promote them. Keep alcohol/drug activities and their associated people out of Golden to keep our family safe. Christian mom moves to town where the largest brewery in the world likes to drink beer. What? Warning, due to a shortage of competent robots, some of our staff are humans and can react unpredictably when abused. Oh, unpredictably, you say. You mean completely justified when people scream at you at the checkout aisle. The other day, I asked this gentleman if he had a mask in his pocket as he walked past the bar without one. As I walked up to take his drink order, I slid one of our disposable masks to him as he stood up to tell me he was going to smoke. I said, that's fine, but if you're up and moving, I need you to wear a mask. He started a fire on my bar with my tip. He tried to start a fire on the patio. I had to physically put out a fire over a freaking mask. I hate it here. Guys, if you don't want to wear a mask, just don't go to the restaurant. Just drink at home. I charge my family for Christmas dinner, even my 3-year-old grandkids. Okay, listen. This might seem insane, but maybe you should, because some people take that stuff for granted. Cooking takes a long time, especially like a family dinner. Before I cheated on him, things were amazing. After I cheated, it changed. How was I supposed to know there'd be consequences to my actions? Good afternoon, ladies. What can I start you off with today? Coffee, cocktails, the manager? Karen's, neighbor 3, responses to someone's post about their vehicle being stolen and totaled on the Ring Neighbors app. Our car was stolen outside of our house, 2019 Hyundai Sonata. They broke a window and took it for a joyride, ended up crashing and totaling it downtown. Be safe for warning, and keep an eye out on your cars. I am so sorry this happened to you, and I hope your insurance company makes everything better in due time. But this choice BOF vehicle has been all over the internet news outlets for 1+ years now. This should have never been your first or second choice for a vehicle. If I had one or a family member with one, it would have been traded immediately. They're #1 targets for thieves. Don't ever buy Hyundai or Kia. Well, don't buy Hyundai or Kias because they're just crappy cars. A blind woman was told to get her freaking dog off a bus by a pastor who didn't believe guide dogs could be any other color than yellow. The vest is yellow or red, dummy. It doesn't have to be a golden retriever. Oh my God. Does your boss know you joke about design industry on Twitter? Yeah, he does. If you'd like to contact him, however, please feel free to at this number. Hey, my name's Blank from the recruitment agency Blank Media. I was wondering if you knew about your employer, Tommy Mason, and his Twitter material. I am my own boss, you wet wipe, Tommy. I like you, Tommy. Can we be friends, please? I'm lonely and I need a sassy buddy. Karen blames the army and the state firefighters to cause the fire they're trying to extinguish because they're using diesel vehicles. I watch in astonishment as a fire truck passed by Gov Twitter and the army Twitter with fossil fuels aggravating the situation they are trying to improve. Crazy climate change hashtags. Thank you to all who risk their lives putting out fires, Army Twitter, and firefighters from Gov using fossil fuel vehicles, which consequently is the multiplication of fires. I just am praying that Elon Musk bought Twitter to tank it so it goes away, because Twitter gives stupid people too much power, including myself.